We want volunteers. We want people to come get their hands dirty. No, you need to wash your hands so they're clean. Go ahead and wash your hands. We want you to have hands-on experience. That is the best. We need hands-on experience. Is anybody here that has never canned and wants to can? Come on up, sister. Go wash your hands.
I thought there was a phone. Så lass mig nog cutting board here.
Wow.
Because Brussels versteht schneller noch. Das ist nicht für du.
Come on, sisters. My wife went to get another cutting board. So, somebody can peel. We'll let anybody come up that wants to come up. Come on up, sisters. Yeah, well, I guess we're just going to have to deal with flies. Keep shooing away. Okay, so we're gonna be peeling the rest of these. If somebody wants to take these, this is what we want the product to look like. Or actually, we ain't going to have them looking like that, I guess. You want to cut them? Wait, come over here, cut them. Good. So get your hands involved. Get started. So what we will do is, my wife's getting another cutting board, so she'll be out momentarily. Sorry.
Is there anything for me to do?
Yes, there will be. We'll soon have you put them into the jars. You want to put them in the jars? That'll be good.
Yeah, and then we'll keep in touch. Anything else you want?
You know, we like to, when we were Amish, we used to have a schnitzing, that's what we called it. And we would get together in the evening after everybody had their work done. At the time the pears were ready, or the apples, or whatever we did, we got together in the evening, invited often the family, our parents, or our brothers and sisters, or our neighbors over, and we'd go through 2 or 3 bushels of apples.
Yeah. Okay.
Cut them all up, and peel them, cut them up, depending what, sometimes you don't have to peel them. Yeah, I'll help her to, I told her she could start cutting them up.
And you can, if you prefer them like.
You can have them too, they'll go in
Yeah, you can
halves.
just put them in there. Like
However
that.
you want them, when you can them, you can have them, and or cut them up in chunks.
Doesn't matter.
Does
Doesn't
it
matter.
matter?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Riper, like when they're harder?
If they're harder, they stay firmer in the jars. They don't get so mushy
Yeah, after they're cooked. Yeah.
when you open them up.
Okay.
So, okay, so somebody can start putting them into the jars. Camera?
Just grab a jar.
Yes, grab a jar and start filling them.
Shall I get another?
Hmm?
Oh, I was thinking if I get another neck.
You want me to cut more like that?
You can either way. Let's can at least one jar with just halves or quarters. When we do one jar, you can go ahead and fill one jar with those.
I mean, quarters like this.
Actually, basically, that's what I'm saying. Just go ahead, keep doing as you are.
Okay.
Then you can do one just like that. Just put them in like that, without cutting out. Let's
Cutting small.
let's fill one jar just like that, without cutting.
A tray is fine.
we want that, if you started the jar, fine, fill them with fine, but then we will fill one just pieces like that. You can do them either way. When you open them up, they're going to be the size they were when you put them in. They won't change.
Cut this off?
Yes, I would cut that off.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you guys for adding to my stash.
She's going to gain the benefit of your labor.
I love cutting candy.
I'll move this out of the way. Oh, I was going to put like the peels in there. But yeah, that was what it was. But I'll just move it out of the way.
So people often ask the question, how long can you keep your canned food? How long can you keep food that is canned in jars? Once I don't know that there is a limit, but I do know that the ball canning book and so forth probably will tell you 3 years maybe. But that's not true. They have to put a limit on it. Just like when you buy canned peaches, you sometimes can buy canned peaches in stores like that. You've seen those, haven't you?
Yes.
They have a expiration date on them. You cannot sell anything without an expiration date. You have to put an expiration date on it, even though it doesn't expire. You have to, by law. There has to be an expiration date on it. So they just put an expiration date on.
So how long is that gonna last for the Moses?
This here?
Yeah.
Well, I would encourage you. See, this is what we did as Amish. We would. I think we're going to need more. We're going to need more jars if you have more jars.
Let me go wash some more.
Is this enough or do I?
A little bit more, just a little bit more, maybe one more. So, as they get older, they will lose some of their nutrients. So now, what we used to do, we would can in the fall. Yeah, fill that one with that. We would can throughout the summer, and then when the crop was done, the garden was all done, then we'd go to the store and eat out of the store the rest of the winter, right? No. We would go to our reserve that we had put away all summer, spend all summer. Every day, that'd be wrong. Every day we'd bring in a jar of peaches, pears, applesauce, whatever we can, and we'd eat it. And then we'd wash the jars, put them away clean so they're ready for next year. And then when next summer comes along, we do it again. So if you're starting to can, always use the older stock. Use the older stock. Actually, that's too full. Take some out.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's full enough. Both of those are full enough. Yeah, you bring them up about to the shoulder right there. Don't go higher than that. Yeah, you gotta have air space in the top. Oops, sorry. You gotta have air space in the top, or they won't seal properly, or they won't hold seal properly. Yeah, that's nice. Just fill them at fit every crack in like a puzzle. There you go. You're doing a good job there, sister. Yep, good job. Yeah, you can put them in big, you can put them in little. It all depends what you want when you open them up. Now, my wife would often take, when we get apples, she will take apples and cut them up like this. Then she'll put a syrup in there, like pie filling syrup. So when she opens this up, she would maybe put a little syrup or whatever in there, season it for pies. When she opens this up, all of a sudden she wants to make a pie. Guess what she does? She gets a jar that's got pies. She calls it pie filling. She would usually cut them quite a bit smaller than this. She pours it in a pie pan and bakes it. It's all ready to go. You don't have to go cut them and then make pie filling out of them. They're ready to go. That's fine. You just can't do more than that. You have to do what you have to do. So, when you can tomatoes, you can make ketchup. You can make tomato sauce. You can make marinara sauce. You can make salsa. You can make it all the way you would, and then put it in the jar and can it. then later in the year, you open it up and you use it. And my wife cans a lot of beans. My wife has a little problem. She's not here to hear me, so I'm going to tattle on her. When we do camp meetings, she often just simply makes way too many beans for the haystacks. So guess what we end up with? A lot of beans.
A lot of party.
Yep. So what does she do? We come home from So when we come home from camp meeting, they go in the jar. Then we eat them. And sometimes we take them back to camp meeting for the next time, and we open them up, and all you need to do is heat them up. They're just ready to go. Yes, sis.
So they're cooked already to eat,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
With season and everything.
Yes, everything is seasoned.
Put them in there.
Yep.
And can them.
So when you have an event, say we had an event here, say that not everybody brought their food, we'd be cooking for the event. All of a sudden, at the end of the day, we have a bunch of stuff left over. Almost anything. Well, there's a few things that you might not can. You wouldn't can potato chips and things like that. But almost anything that you cook, can be put in fruit jars and cans. And then at a later date, open them up. So don't just throw it away when you don't need them. When you got excess amount of something, don't throw it away. Put it in a fruit jar and can it. Okay, we're doing beans the next time. So it's really easy for beans. Once they're canned, you just open that can and you got instant beans that are ready to go. They're just ready to go right. They taste the same. They don't change taste. Whatever seasoning taste that you have, when you put it in, it comes out like it was put in.
You're gonna cut all of it? Yes.
Yes. So, now you guys see this? Last time when we were here, we drove. So we brought 2 brand new ones along with us. And we sold them. Sister, what's her name? Jim and they bought one. I wonder if they ever used it. No, she told me she used it. I don't remember who bought the other one. Did you use it? Nice. Did you like it? Now, I have noticed that this is slightly different than the one that we had. It's more heavy duty. So apparently they're upgrading and making more heavy duty.
Are you selling that one? No, that's mine.
Yes, let's sell it. Let's auction it off. Somebody give me $1. Somebody give me $1. I didn't take Kim long to answer that one. We don't want to give away her birthday gift. Okay. I forgot to bring the catalog along. Since we drove, we didn't have the room and opportunity to bring some of the stuff along that we usually take along. There is a company that is probably the cheapest company that you'll find these. It's called AC Sales. You can actually Google them. AC Sales. You call them. They also have some things online. I'm actually surprised. They're Amish. I'm surprised that they have it online. But it's AC Sales. Have you found it on your phone? You can find this canner in that catalog. I think you can probably have it online. But they have a phone number. If you call that phone number and ask them for that catalog, they will send you a free catalog. They have a lot of stuff that the Amish people use in there. And then in the back, they also have some like books and stuff to sell, and even for children and stuff. But in the front of it, they have pots and pans, and they have this. These things are getting very expensive. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, probably, maybe 8 years ago, these were like $65.
What is it?
It's a canner. But if you, now my wife, when we come home from camp meeting, and she has a bunch of beans left, maybe 5 quarts or so, she will not fire up this big one. She'll just use a stainless steel pot, put it in there. So, but this holds 15 quarts. So if you want a can, it'll hold 1 quart if you want a can 1 quart, but it's a lot of water to heat up and stuff like that. So if you want a can, like we, the Amish do, we like these. In fact, my wife has 2 of these. Our cook stove will hold 2. How many does that make? 30 quarts per shot. That adds up pretty fast, doesn't it? 2 rounds is 60 quarts. 3 rounds is 90 quarts. So all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. You got a lot of canned food that will keep for a very long time. Now, one thing that you want to do is, I'm not going to put the lid on because they got to deal with that yet. But you turn this on when you can them. When you can them, you just kind of turn it against. You don't go really tight, because if you make them too tight, the air cannot escape underneath the rubber. When you boil them, it pushes all the air out, and then when they cool down, what happens? It creates a vacuum. So if you make it too extreme tight, I have seen where those lids were literally bulged up because the air couldn't get out. So you just kind of take it till it just kind of touches against. Now, if you pull it, when you pull them out, it doesn't. My wife might often just check, make sure they're still against. Now you can tighten them up a little bit if you want, because now they're ready to vacuum. But when you put them on originally to put them in the canner here, you just turn them till they kind of bump against, just kind of bump against. Then of course you set them in here, and my wife, you don't have to, for fruit, you don't have to make them over the top, but my wife just always puts about this much over the top. Fills them with water. And fruit, here, what is your elevation again, 4,000? I think, what is it, 30 minutes? I think you need to cook them for 30 minutes here. Now in our area, we're like 2,000, 25 minutes is what they recommend. Now the lower you get, like 1,000, it's 20 minutes. That's all the longer you have to can them. And they'll keep for a very long time. Now, one thing that I would encourage, especially, now these are light colored. It won't change as much. But if you want to can red beets, which we can red beets and pickles and all that kind of stuff, red beets, if they are in an area where there's lighting, they turn kind of brown. If you pull them out, the inside, the middle ones are still the darker red, but on the edges where the light hits it, they change discoloration. They get discoloration. So,
But that doesn't mean they're bad.
No, that does not mean they're bad. Where's your clip? Oh, you don't have to have it. No, that's okay. You're not talking anyway, are you? So if they're discolored, that does not mean they're bad. It just doesn't look as appetizing. When the day comes that we can't buy food in the store, we're going to be happy for even discolored beets, aren't we? Yes. We're going to be happy for whatever we can have. This is what I would very highly recommend that you would start doing. As you get the opportunity, I don't know about here, but in our area, there's always people that are just happy if you come pick up their apples off the ground or pull them off the tree so they're not the mess. You can have them. Absolutely just have them to get them out of there. If you have the time and the means, start putting them in jars. Put them away. They'll keep. Maybe in a couple of years, you're going to be happy that you have them. Food. They'll keep for a very long time. Now, you probably won't have much problems with freezing in this area, but in our area, it gets cold enough that most canned things will not freeze until about 20 degrees. Now, if you have water in them, as they are going to put water in these, water freezes. You know what happens when water freezes? If this is full of water about up to here, what do you think is going to happen? It's probably going to hit that lid and pop it off. So you don't want to freeze them. Try to protect them from freezing. Now, if you make apple pie filling, tomatoes, you don't have to worry about. They can freeze. Beans, they probably won't freeze. But something with a more pure water, as this will have, they're just going to be putting straight water in here. That'll probably be more an issue. But apple pie filling's got a little sweetener in it and stuff. When there's sweetener, it might almost get slushy, but that's it. It will not get solid. So But I would still recommend just keep them in some place where they don't freeze, unless you just don't have an option. Then they can, most of the things can freeze and won't hurt them. We got some, one of our dear friends passed away a couple of years ago, and their daughter came, and we helped them clean out her parents' house. It just sat there, and it had been 2 winters now that there was no heat in that house. And we found there was hardly nothing that was damaged. There was the grape juice. We know that it had been down to 0 in that home. The grape juice, the applesauce, and many of those things were still perfectly sealed. So if there is enough sugar content and stuff in it, okay, why don't we take this off? We'll just take it and maybe put it in the garbage or whatever you want to do. Oh, that should go to the compost, if they have compost. So where did my wife go? She ran away again.
She went to get another jar.
Oh, she went to get one more jar. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, she'll be back. So I would recommend that you guys start doing a little canning. Start practicing. Get your fruit jars. You know, I told you the other day when I was talking, what is a good thing to do with your empty fruit jars? What do you do with your empty fruit jars that's a good thing? Put water in them. Especially if you don't have your own source of water. If you depend on city water or buy your water, whatever, start filling these jars with water. Put them in a dark place because daylight hitting that water will cause algae growth. So put them in a dark place. If they're in a dark place, you don't have to seal them. Just put the lids on them, close them up, put them on your bed or somewhere. Just stack under your bed completely full of jars. Then when the system goes down, you can't get water. Or if you start canning, use the water, whatever. And you're not going to have near enough water. Well, the water's right over there anyway. So. Now wipe the top. Where are the sisters that want to learn? Come over. Come over. You need to keep your hands on there. Come on, sisters. It's not done by just putting them in the cans. Yes?
I was just curious, have you guys ever used a vacuum type?
We're going to talk about the next.
Oh, you are good. Okay.
Come on, sisters. You need to be a part of it. We want you to have hands-on because that is the best way to learn is get your hands involved. Hey, Lena, let them pour also. Lena, let them pour also. Huh? Okay, yes. Explain the steps. Okay, first, you wash your jars. Make sure they're clean. It wouldn't hurt to sanitize them. There's various different ways to sanitizing. You can put them in a hot oven, bring them up, make them hot. That'll sanitize them. Or you can use bleach water to sanitize them. I don't like bleach water myself. And so, yeah, go ahead, bring it. So once they're sanitized, then you can get your fruit ready or your vegetables ready. Get them ready and then fill your jars. If there's kind of a shoulder right here, bring it up to the shoulder. Don't go above this ring. Never go above this ring here. Always keep it lower than that ring. Unless there's a lot of airspace like this one. There's a lot of airspace in here. That can stick up a little bit higher, which it does, which it will not hurt. But if you have something dense, especially like beans or if apple pie filling where it's dense, it's solid, you have to have space. So, and when they're putting in the water, they're not filling them quite as high as the pears. Keep them a little bit lower, especially if they stick up higher. So, now what you do, you take your lids, put them in some water. My wife has already done it. They're cooling down. But you want to make them warm, almost hot. You don't have to bring them to a boil. It helps soften. There's a rubber underneath there. By warming them up, it helps soften that rubber a little bit. So then, right now, what they're doing is they're taking a piece of cloth. I recommend cloth over a paper towel because it kind of can leave a little bit of residue behind. So take a little dishcloth or something and wipe that clean. If you have any food particle on here, and then you put the lid on there, it may cause a gap. You don't want that. You want it perfectly clean. So that then they're wiping them right now, making them perfectly clean. Then they're putting the canning lid on it, and then the band. And so then they, okay, you don't have enough wide mouth rings, do you? A flat. Oh yeah, she's.
You have to dry the rings too then?
No, the rings gotta be wet. Because that's absolutely fine. They don't have to dry the rings. You just don't want to make sure there is no food particles on them. You don't want food particles between the top and the lid. As you see her doing there, she's wiping them. Good job, sisters. Now continue putting on the lids.
You gotta get some water.
Oh, she's getting water. Sorry. Yes, you got to put in water.
So did you say these have to be wet?
No, they don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can be either. They can be wet or don't have to be wet. It doesn't matter. So now some people ask, how many times can you reuse this lids? Now, I don't know, is this a reusable lid? I don't think so. But they are now selling reusable lids where you're supposed to be able to use them over and over and over and over again. Now, some of you know Azure standards, that we call it. Some call it a little bit different, Azure or whatever. They sell the reusable lids. They're probably twice this price of just a regular lid. And but I suppose those are recommended to be used many times. When you can't buy and sell, that would be kind of nice to have on hand. Something that you can reuse. You use them, take them off. Now,
I do reuse these too sometimes.
yeah, my wife does reuse them sometimes, especially if you had fruit in them. For fruit, you only got to do it hot water bath like 30 minutes. It's not so long. But tomatoes is the same, but vegetables like corn, green beans, you either got to pressure can them or boil them for 3 hours. Here you might go 3.5 hours.
What tool do you use to open it up when after it's done?
You mean it's canned and all sealed? You take this off? What do you use? I'll show you. We'll do vacuum sealing there. I'll show you there.
Because on the one that I already did, the tool that I use sometimes
They bend?
it bends.
Yes. There's a little trick in opening up those. I'll show you. There's a trick in opening up those so they don't bend. I'll be showing that. We'll do vacuum sealing here in a little bit. And are you going to try to can dates?
Yeah.
Is this the right level of water for
It
dates?
wouldn't hurt to have just a little bit more in it. It's a little bit low.
So when you're canning, is it the
That's-
same amount of liquid with everything that you can? Or
You try to bring the liquid up to about here. See, whatever you put in, bring the liquid to about that height.
This one too?
Even, well, applesauce, you don't put water in them. Applesauce, you just fill it about that height. Yeah, a little bit more water wouldn't hurt there. Okay, that's good. Now, some people put a pinch of salt in there. Just a little bit. It brings the sweetener out. Salt brings out sweetener. Some people do that. My wife rarely does.
I do.
You do? Did you do here?
No. I was thinking here.
Kim, you want a little pinch of salt in there?
Sure.
Okay, now you got to do that, yes. Salt with fruit brings the sweetener out, right? Yes, sister.
So how do you know if you can reuse the lid or not?
I'll show you. The question was asked, how do I know if I can reuse the lid? So the lid naturally pops up, right? When you push this down and it stays down, you cannot reuse it. See? That is a cheaper lid. That should have come up on its own. That is a cheaper lid. That's not good. That's a brand new lid and it's not popping up.
Oh well. If it does steal, we'll just eat it right away.
So yes. So when you get done canning these, within the next day or so, when you put them away, you got to let them cool off before you can stack them. When they're hot, you spread them out so they cool off. You see? You find a table, or you can put a piece of paper on the floor or something, then just spread them out and let them cool down. Once they are cool, you can remove this band and reuse them again. If you have enough bands, you can leave them on until you eat them. So go ahead and put your little pinch of salt in there. Now, I've also been told that a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper even brings out more sweetener. But my wife, we never do that. We should try that. Just a little pinch of cayenne pepper would also put in the, elevate the sweetness. So
you don't have any sugar in there today?
there is no sugar. Pears, we probably would never use sugar. Now, depending what kind of apple, if it's a sour apple, you might add a little sweetener, a little honey or a little maple syrup or whatever you want to put in there.
You can also, instead of doing water, you can like pear juice.
Yes, you can. You can buy pear juice or pineapple juice and put it in there. And we can all of our apple cider, we can all of our grape juice and all that. Just make grape juice, put them in the canner. 20 minutes, take them out. Or it wouldn't even have to do them 20, we just had to bring them to a boil, I guess. But when you have for grape juice, when you have the steam canner, if that comes out boiling hot, you can just seal it and set them away. They seal by themselves. You don't even have to put them in here. So, okay, now let's get once you do the dates, then we're going to move this off. Yeah, we'll wait. So, okay, you want to move this over on that stove? Somebody want to move? Well, I can. It's really heavy. Oh, it's not that heavy, but it's heavy. Now you need to put the jars in. This is a canner. You want to put the jars in there? How many quarts did you end up with?
How much do you tighten the neck?
Hey, they said I want one jar. I want one jar. Somebody's got a question. So you just go till it kind of gets tight. Okay, I want you to do it now. Undo it. Now let's just put it back in. That looks good. Yeah, that's almost perfect. Yes. We need 3 more cans to fill it completely, but I guess you're going to put this one in, right? They want to experiment. My wife has never canned dates, and the question was asked, can you can dates? What would happen if you do? So they're going to can dates. Do an experiment.
Seeded or seedless?
They're probably seeded. Pitted? Okay, they're pitted dates. So that's an experiment they're going to do this time.
If they turn out mushy, you can use them in a smoothie.
Yeah, they turn out mushy, put them in a smoothie. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to put water in them?
I think I am.
Okay.
Maybe we should do 2 in one not and one with. Yeah. Shall I go get another one and we'll do one with and one not?
We got room in the canner. We still got 2 more lids there. Do we have bands? Yeah, there's 2 more bands. You want to wipe that clean and put a band on it and a lid? Thank you, sister.
So we're gonna put water in this one or not?
Next one.
Next one, okay. So do we put more of the dates in to finish the dates off?
You could, because there's space. You could put them all in if you want. If you don't put water in, yes.
Most of the time, cover the jars with water.
My wife usually covers them with water. It's not that you have to, but she does. It doesn't really matter. You can never let it run dry. If you do, your cans are going to break. You've got to have water in it, or the cans will break.
Above the lids, right?
I would recommend above the lids. Any more questions before we go into vacuum sealing?
As far as the people who have pressure canners, or can you do it in any pot? Or
You can do it in any pot as long as your cans are below the top and you can put a lid on them. Yeah, you don't have to have I don't know what they gave for that one, but I'm guessing about $200 or maybe more. They're very expensive now.
I have a friend who tells me that she had to use a pressure pot because that's the only way to.
I know the what do you call it? FDA or whatever it is. FDA would say that you have to do that. My wife never ever used a pressure pot. She hates them. She doesn't like them. She's scared of them. She can we can meat and everything in them. 3 hours. Boil them for 3 hours. Don't let it stop boiling. If it stops in between, start all over again when it starts boiling.
How much does that run for?
That canner?
more or less?
I would like to, I'm not sure. I know about a year ago, 6 months, 8 months ago when I last did it, they're running at $164 shipped to your house. But those things can be used for anything. They are stainless steel. You can heat water up for bathing. Say your hot water heater is no longer working, put it on the wood stove. You can use it for anything. You can.
Can you use them on a grilled open fire pit?
Yes, you can use them on an open fire pit if you want. It's stainless steel. The key part is never let them run dry. Running them dry is going to cause them to warp. Always keep water in them. So one thing I didn't tell you, these automatically come with a bottom grate in them. Now, if you set your chars on the bottom of that without anything there, fire will hit it. There's not enough water underneath it. The direct heat will penetrate into a grate underneath there, which has about this much space. So that will cause enough water to go in underneath it. There's holes in it. I should have showed it to you. I really wish I would have. It's got holes underneath it, which, no, it's okay. We'll leave it now. And that leaves a little water space between them and the jar, so it's not directly on there. Now, one thing you can do, say you have just a regular stock pot, and you got 5 quarts. Those hold 5 quarts. A stock pot this big will hold 5 quarts. And you can take like a pie pan. Aluminum pie pan works. Just take it on the floor and smash it flat and throw it in there. Just something.
That raises it up.
Something that raises it a little. I wouldn't mash it completely flat, let it a little bit of rough. So it has a little bit of space, so there's the water underneath. That'll take care of that problem. But do not set the char directly on the bottom of your pot, because it's going to break. Now, sometimes, we don't always know why, there are some cheaper brands of jars out there. You can buy them at like the Dollar General and stuff. Sometimes we don't know why, but a jar will just break in there. It happens sometimes. And we just simply don't know why. But it happens occasionally. It might be a weak jar. Now, another thing that I didn't tell you, when you get a jar, and it's a used mason jar or a jar, you know they make mayonnaise jars, the glass mayonnaise jars. They have the same size lid and everything. But the mayonnaise jars are weaker glass. Now, my wife uses them, but she would not use, they have no labeling on it. They're smooth, completely smooth. They have the paper, stuck on the outside. The glass is thin. My wife would not use them for vegetables or something that she'll boil for 3 hours. She will use it for grape juice or something like that. That is a short period of time. And we've used them successfully, but occasionally there may one break because they're weaker glass. These are heavier glass. The ball jars are very good jars to have. And so they're right now filling that up with water. And need to turn the heat on. Now you kind of keep an eye on that. When you're canning, you're going to have to be at home. You can't just set them on the counter and go to your work and come home 6 hours later and thinking it's all taken care of. That is something that you will have to be around and working with. So. Next year, if we do it again, I want each one of you to bring a jar along and a lid and a band. Then, when we're done, you can take it home with you. And you can open it and eat it. Enjoy the fruit of your labor. Right now, they're filling that up with water. So anyway, what causes your...
Do you start with cold water?
Yes, you got to start with cold water. Please remember, start with cold water. Well, if you have jars and you have been doing tomatoes and you just made a tomato ketchup or whatever, salsa, spaghetti sauce, whatever, and you have it hot and it goes hot into the jar, then never have your water hotter than the jar. It's good to have it almost exactly the same temperature. If the variation is too big, the glass stresses and it can crack and break. This is one thing I really forgot. I got this, was going to tell you. Always take your finger and go around the top if you get used jars or you have used them once. If there is a little chip or a dent, we have actually bought cheaper jar from, I think we once found one in brand new jars that we got from Dollar General, where there was a nice little dip. It was a factory defect. They will not seal. They have to have a nice smooth. You feel this with your finger, every jar. Now, it is really easy to chip these. If this jar were to fall down, tip down, bang into something, or you're getting working it and you accidentally hit it a little hard with a metal, you can chip them really easy. And when that's chipped, forget it. That you can put something dry in there like tea leaves or something like that, but they will not seal again. So that is always something you do. You feel that top, even if they're brand new. Feel it. Make sure it's smooth. Now that's one thing that you can do when you're cleaning them. You can actually feel, is it smooth, as you do that. So you have to make sure that you have that smooth and good. Any more questions? Please ask questions because we know how to do it. We've done it so many times. And we don't think of all the things that you might have questions for. Yes, sister.
So as far as like right now, she put one in there, but it's the dry one with no water. No matter if it's floating and
it doesn't matter. It can float. So the dry one can float because she needs to get the water up to the big jars, and they put a little short one in. You can put in pint jars along with quart jars, and that one will also hold 2-quart jars. It's big enough for that. It's tall enough. Now, some of the smaller pots, this would probably just go garbage. Some of the smaller jar, like a stock pot, might not be tall enough for a 2-quart jar. My wife uses not so much anymore. Our family's not eating as much, but why don't you just take it in? Aren't we done with it? Are you going to use that again?
No, we just want to do the vacuum, so I think that's it.
Yeah, you can take that all in. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping us and getting your hands on it. Yes?
How many inches above the jars?
The water? Just cover it. It doesn't really matter. If you want to put that high above, it won't hurt it. It just takes longer to heat it up.
2 inches?
We usually do about that much. Like the thickness of your finger.
that's what you want to keep an eye on.
No, that'll be fine. You can let that boil, especially 20 minutes, even 3 hours. You can boil that for 3 hours. You'll be just fine. It'll go down maybe a little bit past the top of the jar, but it won't hurt it. So, what is it that causes food to go rancid? Oxygen. Oxygen causes food to go rancid. Now, my wife, as I said the other day, we buy in bulk. You going to get it? Okay. We buy in bulk. We buy from Azure Standard. We buy the 40 pounds of nuts.
25 or, yeah, mostly 25.
Okay, we buy the cashews, since we do a lot of catering and cooking, we buy cashews by the case from Azure Standard. We buy not so much walnuts, but we have bought walnuts from them. But the cashew is one thing that we buy from them a lot. Now, nuts do tend to get rancid after a period of time. And the thing that causes them to get rancid is oxygen. Now, my wife, when she gets a bunch of nuts and stuff, the food bank, local food bank sometimes just has a bunch of nuts and stuff, and they just beg us, take them. Can you use them? Well, we use it quite a bit in our catering and cooking, but so we maybe don't use them for a while, and they can get rancid. Also, if you have problem with the weevils, the little bugs that get into the nuts and stuff. So, oh, here it is. Now, Ernie and Kim got themselves a really nice one, and I would recommend. This is a really nice vacuum sealer. Oh, there's another lady, other sisters. Okay, there's not Ernie and Kim's. I think we're going to get ourselves one like this. But when you vacuum seal, that draws out the oxygen. No critter can live where there is no oxygen. In fact, in most of your pig farms, where they raise pigs by the hundreds, they have these huge long, and even the chicken farms, they have these huge long buildings where the pigs in. I don't know if any of you have seen these buildings. I have seen them over and over again. At the end of the building, there's huge fans. Have you noticed that? Flies cannot live where there is 1%, no, 2%, a 2% vacuum. They can't live. So what they do, they have enough air going in, out, so that it causes a very, very minimal oxygen, very minimal vacuum. Flies will not live in there. They die. So they have no flies in those pig. You can once you walk in there, there are no flies. Absolutely no flies. You stop that fan, guess what happens? It is full of flies, and they lay in the fecal matter, and all of a sudden that thing is just full of flies. Lena, could we have either a fork or a spoon or a knife? Why don't you get a dish knife, table knife? And so, no insect, when there is vacuum, no insect can live in it. Yes?
You want to clip it?
Clip what?
To open, there in the box, there's a...
There must be something underneath there. How do you get it? There you go. Oh, so you have lids in here. Is that right?
It only has the clip.
Oh, to open it. There you go. I see that. I see that. Yeah. That's what she's talking about. So anyway, that's good. So now, I was doing a demonstration in Washington there, and we were talking about nuts. My wife vacuum seals all her nuts, unless we're going to use them right away. She vacuum seals all her nuts. You can vacuum seal grains. Now, this is, I mean, that's great for fake dates maybe, but my wife, she always puts them in quart jars, almonds, pecans, cashews, and everything. So we were talking there, and somebody asked me, well, how long can you vacuum seal nuts before they go bad? I said, well, I really don't know. We usually don't have them that long because we buy a case, and if my wife's not able to use them quite right away, she just vacuum seals them, and they stay good. You don't need that to light it. It's got another lighter. It's all right.
I was looking for Ernie.
They want to get this stove going, so let's get it going.
I don't know how to run the thing. I would have to.
Yeah. Hold on, I got to turn the gas. Okay, now I have to hit it. So anyway,
Does it matter how high the temperature?
you don't want it too extremely high. So let's get back to our vacuum sealing. So we were talking there, and then this sister walks up, and she said, well, no, they were trying to get this lit. They got it done. So anyway, we were talking about how long can you vacuum seal. Then the sister walks up, she says, well, that's a really good question. I said, we probably never had nuts vacuum sealed more than a year before we used them. So this sister walks up and she says, well, I am not telling anybody what to do, but I'll just tell you this much. Now, if you're vacuum sealing and not expecting to use it for a while, for say you want to just kind of put it away for maybe when you need it later, label it. Then when you date it. Okay, put it in X and X, September 5, 1924, yeah. 2024. And then rotate your stock as you need it, as you use it. Use the older. But anyway, this sister came up and she said, my husband was looking at my stock and he found some pecans that were canned 20 years ago. He says, get rid of those pecans. They are way too old. They're expired. Put in fresh. Just throw them away and put in fresh. So she said, okay. They look good. She opened it up. She tasted them. They still tasted good. So she decided to make a pecan pie. So she made a pecan pie. And he said how good they are and how he likes them and all that. And she said, so you like this pecan? Oh, it's amazing. It's great. And she says, well, I just want to let you know, those are the nuts that you told me to throw away. I'm not telling you that they're going to be good in 20 years. I have no idea how long they're going to last. I really don't. But that was her story. And so we're going to vacuum seal these. This is a really nice thing.
Should we read the directions? See how long?
Oh, the vacuum stops going down. It's good. This has got a numbers on top. How much vacuum's in there? Oh, it came out. That's the way.
Oh, see, this one is for right mouth, maybe, and this one
No,
is
that's
for,
no, that's the right.
Okay.
So that's tight. Now, this is recommended to open this, but be very careful that you don't go too much. Now, when you might not have that, this is what I want to show you. When you want to open up a jar, go to where it's a thread. It's a glass thread. Go to where it's to the closest, and then just go to your knife in there, just slightly tip. It didn't bend, did it?
No.
So for vacuum sealing, my wife never uses new because we got a lot of used jars, a lot of used vacuum. But for